Hey folks, John with Complete Technology Solutions, your friend in less than lethal self-defense. Guys, we're rounding out yet another year, and I hope it's been a great year for you guys. I truly do. For me, it's been a year of growth. It really has. The channel has grown. My family's doing well. Everything is going pretty darn well. And I hope the same for you and your family. If not, the next year is going to be better. I see it coming. It's going to be a good year. But if you did have a good year like I did, let's wind it up as a bad year for Scully. Here we go. Folks, before I get this started, I wanted to let you know, somebody emailed me the other day, and most of you guys know this. We're approaching the 10,000 mark in subscribers, which I can't even tell you what that means to me, guys. You guys are phenomenal, and you're wonderful, and this community is the greatest. And I've said it 1,000 times, and I will always say it. You guys are the best. One of the guys emailed me and asked me, it was really kind of cool. He's like, well, I didn't know who else to ask, and you look like you might know. Do you do anything with computers? And yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, I do. Guys, on top of the less than lethal stuff, this is an active computer shop. So computer repairs and upgrades and building of servers and PCs and gaming PCs and all that kind of stuff. I do all that as well. And a lot of you guys have actually jumped over to the second channel. I will throw a link down there for you to kind of get a feel for the other side, the geeky side of me. But if you guys ever actually need any help with computers, you have any questions, you have viruses or spyware, you just want to talk about building a new machine, shoot me an email. Got you covered. Anyway, oh, Umarex, what hath you brought us today? Check this out, guys. Now, you will notice that is a standard stock Walther box, right? And it's for our PPQs. You guys have seen this before. Now, this launcher has actually gone from trade show to trade show because they're not available in America yet. But they sent this one to me so that we could get a video done on it. Guys, this is pretty impressive, and for more than just one reason. Check this out. Now, keep in mind, this is not the packaging that you're actually going to see. So in other words, what you're going to see here is not the actual packaging that you're going to see for this launcher when it is officially released, which is imminently. Let's put it that way. So, all right, let's take a look here. Cracking open the case. All right. Now, I ask you guys, what is the first thing you're noticing on that? Optics. So one of the biggest problems with any of the T4E line was that you could not just easily attach optics to them. This one has a built-in rail adapter so that you can add on your own optics right off the bat. This is the Umarex PDP launcher. Guys, okay, weight-wise, that is considerably, I mean, well, you know what? Let's find out exactly how heavy it is. Hang on one second here. Might be too heavy for this little scale, but we're going to find out. All right, so, yeah, that overloads that. Tell you what, let me find out the weight. Be right back with you. All right, guys, so the the Walther PPQ. This is actually my bench PPQ, guys. You can see how worn this launcher is. I have put thousands, and that's not hyperbole, literally thousands of rounds through this. Whenever I mod magazines that go out to people for Walther PPQs, this is the launcher I use to test the magazines. So, dependable, solid as a rock, and needless to say has lasted forever and is still going, so that's a good thing. So this weighs 1 pound 14 ounces with a quick pierce magazine in it. This weighs 2 pounds 2 ounces with just this light sight on it. And guys, that optic is very, very light. I mean, you can see that, but it's a very nice red dot optic. All right. So, but as you can see, it looks, the whole launcher to me looks more, what's the word I'm looking for? Tactical. It really does. So it's a little more squared off, a little less rounded, definitely a little bit heavier. You guys can feel that. The grips are almost exactly the same. I love the grips on Walther. Man, guys, if Walther did anything right, it was the grips. I love the grips on these things. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look around this. By the way, I've had people that keep asking me about the Walther PPQ magazines. Here's the deal. I have got, let's see if I've got another PPQ floating around here. That is a Glock. Well, we'll just use this one. So, this is the Walther PPQ mag that is designed for the PPQ. It will seat into the weapon, and it seats properly, okay? Now, whether or not that's going to fire, I don't know. We haven't actually tested it. But what I can tell you is that the magazine from this does not fit in a Walther PPQ. So I am thinking that the magazines are probably not universal. They may be one way backward compatible, but not to the other way. So, but we do got to check into that. That is an unmodded mag, by the way, guys. All right, the slide fill. You guys hear that? It is solid. Very, very solid. Most Walthers, when you rack them, and I will put the mag in so you can hear this properly. Hear that? This one has a much more mechanical feel to it. You hear that? Like a more mechanical feel to it. And it's got a good weight to it. I really do like that weight, guys. As far as dimensionally, as you can see, it is a larger launcher. And I'm trying to get those right next to each other so you can see that. It is a little bit larger. It is longer. And on the bottom, they're actually, height-wise, they are about identical. But it is definitely longer as far as the barrel goes. So, and you can see that the barrel is actually seated a little bit further forward, which I'm assuming was probably done to add room for this rail so that you can actually change out that tactical rail. All right. The magazine is nothing spectacular. It's just like any other Walther. Let me see if they still did the thing. Hang on. And they did. Okay. One of the other things I love about Walther was the Allen key to actually puncture it was hidden inside the grip. And it still is. By the way, that grip, guys, is very, very texturized. So when you've got it in your hand, you can actually feel that it's tight. It feels really, really good. I mean, don't get me wrong. This feels awesome, but this kind of grabs your hand. I know it sounds kind of strange. But you know what? I want to know what it does. You want to know what it does. And Scully does not want to know what it does. Let's get out to the range. But before we go out there, let's figure out what we're going to test with. I want to use the 43 caliber rubber steel balls, okay? So let me go ahead and crack these open. Let's weigh these. The brand new bottle, by the way, guys. I haven't even cracked this one open. All right, these are going to weigh in at... These are going to weigh in at 1.6 grams, okay? And let's test a couple of them. You know, we had that weird thing with one of them being a little different as far as weight. That's 1.7 grams, 1.6 grams, 1.61 grams. So that one is a little heavier. Yeah, so that one is actually 1.7, and the rest of these are at 1.6. That's kind of interesting that that is not universal, but you know what? We'll call it 1.65 and split the difference. All right, let's get out to the range. Here we go. All right, folks, so here we are on the range here. As you can see, I have one of our targets up there for my friends over at Splatter Pro. And by the way, I'm going to go see them again at SHOT Show, which I will be at in a couple of weeks. Don't miss it, guys. I'm going to have some pretty good coverage on that. As you can see, we got our chrono set up right here. And I'm going to move this up so you guys can actually kind of see the chrono readings. Once again, we're going to try to get readings on this thing, but no promises. I have no idea if I'm going to hit this right or not, but we're going to try. All right, glasses on. There we go. Okay, charging the launcher. And we're going to try to fire for chrono readings. No accuracy here. I'm going to turn on my little light there because I think that would be kind of neat to play with. All right, there we go. All right, let's see if I can actually get any kind of a chrono read. You guys won't be able to see it, but I got a dot on screen. So here we go. 304. 297. Guys, this is snappy. 250. That's an error. So 304 and 297. Before I shoot the next one, I have not modded this mag. This is not a modded mag. 265. Yeah, 265. 262. 250. And out. All right, glass off. Okay, guys. When I edit this and post edit, I will put what the joule rating is on there, but I can tell you that feels heavy. I mean, that slide has got some bulk to it. So when it's actually firing, you can feel a lot of recoil. And once again, we have not done any mods to this mag. This is a stock magazine. And you know what happens when we do. You know what? Enough screwing around. You see what it's doing. You see the velocities you're getting. Let's put Scully through a bad day. Hang on a minute. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. As you can see, we got Scully sitting here, and he kind of looks a little scared, and I think he probably should be. So here's what we're going to do. Instead of using the rubber steel balls for testing, I'm going to use 43 caliber aluminum rounds and an entire mag on a fresh C02. So I'm kind of curious to see how this actually does. So we're going to charge the launcher. Here we go. And I'm going to get back into position here, guys. We're going to drill him from our standard range, which is 3 to 5. So we'll go to 5. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Eyes on Scully. I am so sorry, Scully. This is going to suck. And out. Coming up here. Oh. Oh, guys, that was just rude. I'm sorry, Scully. Check this out. So, our first round, as you can see, is embedded deep in Scully's little forehead there. Now, I was aiming here, so it was firing a little bit high. Then again, I'm getting used to those sights, and they have not been sighted in. So remember, this came from a trade show, so I have no idea if it's been fired. Probably not. So, but as you can see, when it spun him around, we have another one that embedded deep into the skull right there. These are aluminum rounds. So needless to say, oh, look, it almost came out the other side. That's actually pretty cool right there. So, yeah, poor Scully. You know, you guys like watching me torture poor Scully, don't you? But as you can see, takes a beating and keeps on coming back for more. Let's go back into the office and talk about the PDP. Here we go. Let's talk about this Walther PDP. Guys, you know, I have gotten used to Umarex coming out with quality products. You guys have too. And you've seen in the past, if they've made any stumbles, we won't say, you know, valves or anything. They have acknowledged and corrected the issues. This is another very nice evolution. I'm doing a little bit of monkey math in my head. But if you've got 1.65 or 1.7 grams at 300 feet per second, you're right at that 7 joule range, which is exactly where all of the T4E launchers are out of the box, which means that modded, you're probably going to be up around the 10 to 12 joule range, depending on the ammo you choose. So it is exactly where the other ones are, but the feel of it is amazing. I would say that I like the feel of this one almost as much as the Glock when you fire it, because it's snappy and heavy, and you can literally feel resistance and blowback when you fire this launcher. So, and quality-wise, guys, the build is amazing. It really is. So, I love my Walther. This might actually become another one of my sides. I love this launcher when they come out. As you know, I will be carrying these as soon as they're available, and I will let you guys know, and we'll see if we can get you one out. But I love the fact that you can actually mount an optic to it. That is huge. Out of the box, add your optic. That is a big one. Guys, I hope you have a fantastic Christmas out there and a great New Year. The next launcher, we've never done one of these on the show. Okay, you've heard me say before that the next one really creeps me out. Guys, this one creeps me out. This is from our friends over at Firestorm, and it arrived last week, and I don't know what to say. It left me speechless when I opened the box. I think you'll have the same response. It was amazing. It really was. Oh, before I let you go, check this out. I have a guy that actually has this going out for a Christmas present for a family member. A lot of people have been sending out pictures of how I ship my launchers. Shipping in cardboard is garbage. It looks like trash. A launcher is an experience, so not only does it need to be high quality, high power, and able to defend you, but there needs to be an experience involved here. This is a launcher that is going out to a customer. It is a fully modified HDP 50 in the case. Yes, guys, that is Scully. He goes along with it, along with a speed loader and the card in an actual case, so you're not going in a cheesy cardboard box. This is going out. This is how I ship everything. I take very good care of you guys, because honestly, these need to take very good care of you guys. And frankly, you're worth it. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you guys next week before the end of the year. Bye-bye.